Now, we talk Dallas Cowboys as they were victorious on Thanksgiving Day. So long ago.
Yeah, it was so long ago.
Seems like we've had a lot of things happen since then. You've showered.
They pardoned Hunter.
Oh, my gosh. So much is going on.
It's crazy out there.
Brandon did well.
Our Brandon of the week.
Gosh darn it. I forgot to text him this morning just to see what his schedule's like.
Dude, not only did Brandon do well, I had the whole first half was with one family, second half was with another. The first half, I had the whole group, the whole gathering, 20 people on their feet. Like, we're going to get a look at a 68-yarder here. Gather round.
Oh, heading into halftime? For sure. I had that note.
I was like, everybody was kind of barely paying attention. It's the end of the quarter. I'm like, no, this is huge. This is history, folks.
My whole existence is now waiting for that.
Dude, imagine being
because they were at the 50.
I know
when that drive started, and I thought, how could they not advance? Oh, wait, Cooper Rush is the quarterback.
One airmail. I'm like, all right.
It'll be so
track.
Easy to not advance.
Imagine being his family.
Yeah,
like you say, you get geeked up for it.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the final stats on this. Yeah, Rico, another good game. What did Zeke end up with?
Got himself a tutty, didn't he?
No.
He did not. Was it a short? I thought he had one.
He did not, did he?
No, you're probably right.
Okay, 1 for 4. He did have a fumble, but it wasn't a lost fumble, right?
Correct.
Or it was a handoff fumble. But anyway, the whole Zeke thing is still hilarious. Tom Brady game.
He's so good.
The Madden thing. How long are we going to do Madden forever?
Why not?
Why was it such a big deal this time? Like, it feels like this time it was bigger than last time when he was
And last
also
time
dead.
he had just died.
Yeah.
But I think now, because they've named, like, the trophy after Madden?
Yeah, and they put the thing on the jerseys.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just trying to envision a world where somehow Romo becomes like the signature of a game, like, because that's what Madden was, the color commentator for the games for so many years, and then all of a sudden he became beloved, and obviously the Madden video game, but you know.
Yeah, but the problem for Romo, despite the fact that he does do a lot of Madden impersonating, is that he'll never be considered the best analyst in the sport again. Because Brady will be.
You think?
Yeah, it's going to be exactly like Romo's career, where he's really good.
I don't have a ton of
And
notes.
eventually you're like, maybe he's not as good as these other guys.
Not a ton of notes from the game. Tommy DeVito looks like Jared Sandler.
Okay.
They had the thing locked up at the end, and I love when they do the Tom Landry offensive line bit.
You are quite the
Can
sucker
you
for
imagine
that.
them doing that all game long? Like, did Tom Landry's Cowboys do that all game long?
Yeah, right.
Every play?
I don't know.
It just seems exhausting.
Seems like a beating.
What else we got? From
You know
that
what?
game?
I wrote down like this triple exclamation point here for the Zeke carry, thinking it was a touchdown, which tells you a lot because it was just that he picked up a 3rd and 1.
Yes, 3rd and 1.
But in my mind, that
Got
was like
4
scoring
yards.
a touchdown
huge
for
thing.
for him.
And I'm yelling at the screen, do the feed me. And
Yeah.
he didn't. Like, I think Zeke understands this is my last year in the NFL.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, he's relegated to 1 carry for 4 yards on Thanksgiving where that kettle will be calling his name.
Yep.
And it never got close to that.
Dowdle's a free agent, too. You interested in bringing him back?
I don't know, man.
Good player.
Yeah. I suppose there's not going to be a huge bidding war for Rico Dowdle.
No, but remember, you do need running backs.
Yeah, you do need running
Let's not
backs.
forget that this time.
I kind of think Rico Dowdle is a great part of a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Certainly is not like we got to put everything on Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
In fact, I know we're not going to do around the NFL right now, but I was just noting that, Baker won.
Barely.
Barely won.
Barely
but
alive.
It was probably because Bucky Irving.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of had himself a day.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
Where was he
so he's a
picked?
rookie. Where was he? Oh, round 4. Pick number 125.
Must have been way off the board before the Trey Lance pick.
So you can get a 4th-round pick for a running back that could be an effective contributor for a few years.
And I think the 49ers took a rookie running back in the draft, and he scored last night.
But we're not here just to talk about that. We are here to talk about Tom Brady, though.
He's got fake teeth.
You
really?
think?
Yeah, I know.
He looks perfect.
He does endorsements.
Oh.
It's just it's. Here's the thing about it.
Look at the before and after.
Oh, I know. It's like looking at his body in the combine and afterward. I think it's a weird deal where if you give fake teeth, if you're super famous, no one says shit about it. They're like, you look great. But if you're not super famous and you do it, everyone's going to make fun of you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I know you're only thinking that because you're worried about yourself doing it. And I think you'd look great with it.
I know that I don't have the money now, but it hasn't stopped me from going into crippling debt for everything else I'm doing.
Yeah, might as well.
So, but the thing is, if I do it,
add it on to the homeowner's loan or whatever you're getting.
Why stop?
Yeah.
But I think with guys like that, people are just like, oh, cool new teeth. And you just get away with it because his teeth are very fake and they look amazing.
Well, how about like new hair? Romo's head doesn't look like that. And no one really says anything.
That's true. For some reason, that's like normalized almost.
Yeah. And teeth should be too.
Do you guys see KB and TB at the Mavs game?
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude. They had seats that I didn't know you could get. Like, you're used to courtside. They were at, like, the scorer's table.
Really?
For the Wednesday night game. And they stopped and commented on it. Followell, who was on the national call that night, was like, Jason Kidd having a lengthy conversation with Tom Brady, who was just sitting right there. And, dude, KB, let me tell you, KB looks like a guy who would try to hit you up at Aggressive Lease. That is the tightest shirt I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
He bros down,
man. He bros real hard. Does bro hard.
So I did a bro montage, actually, because they do like calling each other KB and TB, and it's all about KB, though.
Right.
Like, they wouldn't do this if KB wasn't the lead announcer, because they will either call him KB or Kev. So they all love to bro down with KB. Here's that.
Neighbors just getting foot stepped on wearing those little Mamba cleats. Hard to miss.
Yeah.
Pretty popular right now, KB.
But Tom, last week was clearly his best game.
I thought so as well, KB. They went to Washington.
Almost got home to Cooper Rush, but he sensed it just in time, TV.
Oh, man, that's right there. You think Neighbors is happy that he's in the game? He's got 4 targets here in the first drive, KB.
EA, it's all yours. What's going on with the Cowboys?
And Kev, just to follow up,
So Drew Lock trying to take the Giants down the field. Tom Rinaldi has more.
KB, you mentioned it. Are we going to dig in on that, KB?
Earlier in the game, and when he came over to say hi to you, TB, he had said to me.
Let's go downstairs to Tom Rinaldi.
Well, KB, talking to Brian Dable coming out and half.
Kev, I
don't
feel
call Brady
like Tom Rinaldi
TB.
and I are going to have these same exact
TB12.
reports.
But let's find out about the Giants. They had an interesting week, didn't they, Tom Rinaldi?
Boy, that's an understatement, KB.
They've got a lot of guys at the line of scrimmage, Kev, so
27-20, and we've got some turducken to give out. Downstairs we go to Aaron Andrews, EA.
I'm with a very hungry group.
Yeah, they bro pretty hard.
TR didn't stick, did it?
No.
They tried.
Tom Rinaldi, he knows he's a dork, but it can't feel good that they don't even try to. Rins, Tommy, something, but no, they're all. Thomas Edgar Rinaldi, let's throw it down to you.
If we go to Mike, so we threw it down to Aaron Andrews.
Yeah.
As we got a lot of hungry Cowboys down here.
All these guys telling me they've never had turducken before. I got to do this interview before you get a bite of this.
Do you find that odd? Like, I don't at all. Like, what's turducken?
It's not a common thing.
Yeah, all these guys, like, I've never heard of it except for.
Yeah, I mean, I know you can get it, but it's not common. Like, like, oh, you've never seen Star Wars?
Yeah.
First of all, your first home win. You guys are stringing them together back to back. Why? What's been the difference, Micah?
No, we played 2 really shitty teams.
See, now that's the answer.
Yeah.
What does he say?
To be honest, it's really been why not us? Everybody counted us out.
I love this. So why not us? Everybody counted us out.
Yep.
To be honest, it's really been why not us? Everybody counted us out. And it was just like, enough's enough. We know what we got. We know what we can do here. And I believe in every one of these guys. And I believe we're going to turn around and make a run.
Okay. See, that's what I wanted to play for you.
Yeah.
To let you know that your guy
I believe that he believes that.
believes what I believe.
Now, if they're able to beat Cincinnati, who looked pretty suspect yesterday,
That's
on the
a
ropes,
porous defense for sure.
then you might
You get Cincinnati, and what's your record?
7-7. No, 6-7.
And then you got Carolina.
Gimme.
Joke. Then a banged-up Tampa.
We're gonna do this every week, aren't we?
Yeah.
Then you're at Philly. They're probably not going to be playing hard. They'll have locked up, let's say, the number 2 seed by then.
Yeah.
And then
They would never.
Then it's a game for all the marbles against Washington, Pat.
Ridiculous.
Just saying. Did you hear Micah Parsons?
So one thing.
Everybody counted us out, he said.
One thing that jumped out at me, I was very out on Brady to start the year. It's kind of the reverse Romo, but he's gotten so much better. And it occurred to me when watching this game that he's in a position that no analyst has ever been in. And I think it kind of started I was going to label this cut of audio Brady rips Daniel Jones, but Dan got to it first. So this says, cut 1, Brady thinks Daniel Jones is a pussy.
Okay.
Guard, right? Initially thought it was going to be Tommy DeVito, but he had hurt his forearm, so he couldn't go on the short week. And they're all getting a chance to start because Daniel Jones is no longer with this team. And it was an interesting situation. He requested his release after they demoted him and was playing 4-string safety essentially in practice.
By the way, that's a guy who's never played football. He wasn't playing 4-string safety. He was the 4-string quarterback, so he was playing scout team safety, KB.
And was playing 4-string safety essentially in practice.
Yeah, I don't know how the whole situation went down, but to think that you would ask for a release from a team that committed a lot to you is maybe different than I would have handled that. I always felt I wanted to get the trust and respect of my teammates regardless situation, knowing that I was trying to do the best I could for the team because that was the most important thing.
Block almost gets crushed that time by Parsons, and he got away from it. It's incomplete.
There's just some different things that happen in the NFL, and everyone makes individual choices, and I think we're all at points in our career face different challenges. I faced them in college, and some things didn't go the way I wanted, but the people that mattered the most to me were the guys in the locker room. I showed up every day. I don't care if they asked me to be scout team safety, be scout team quarterback. I was going to do whatever I could to help the team win.
Basically, pull it together. You're a pro football player.
And so because of that, it's locked right now.
And KB almost just didn't want to touch it.
Right, because that's too hot.
Yeah.
People don't say that.
Right. But
they just say, yeah, he asked for his release. They granted it to him.
Because here's an example. If Romo had said it, then the replies would have been filled with like, oh, yeah, what about 44-6 where you said if this is the worst thing that ever happened to me? What about Cabo? What about the fact that you never made a conference championship game?
Yeah.
What about fumbling the ball in Seattle at the place? Tom Brady could say anything.
Because
he's unburnt.
I've changed my whole life. I ate.
Right.
As if I was on a 1-week crash diet type thing.
Forever.
For 20 years.
Right. I only made out with my son.
But I ate avocado ice cream. Like, that was my only treat. And that's about as good as it sounds. Like, it's not a treat at all. Like, I worked out every day. I did everything absolutely perfect to win, as many Super Bowls as I could. And I did. And I held everybody accountable to the standard that I set when I went out there every day. But Daniel Jones, he's like, look at this guy. Like, you're just going to the second, like, okay, obviously things didn't work out. Things didn't work out a lot because of you. So you're still getting paid $20 million a year. If they're going to ask you to be 4-string quarterback, then be 4-string quarterback until the end of the year.
Have a good attitude about it.
Don't be like, oh, I want my chance to be with a contender this year. Like, why does he deserve that?
Yeah. Well, at least it's not like Tom Brady also occasionally took less money so that his team could
every single time.
Oh, wait.
There's a lot of things at place, and Again, the Daniel Jones situation, when you decide to pay the quarterback that much money and he doesn't work out, that sets you back like we've seen a lot of other clubs in the NFL. You overpay the wrong guys, and it sets your entire team back.
Dude, Aikman's not even saying that.
That is a hot.
You just paid this guy sucked.
When you overpay the wrong guys.
The wrong guy. Why'd you pay him?
Yeah. And now that is Brady talking, and people will say, yeah, there's a part owner. He's a very minority owner in the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
And so that's, I don't know, that's where some people have a problem with him even being
weird.
a part owner and an announcer as well, because he can kind of, I don't know, subtweet things that are about his team, really, and about what he wants to do going forward with his team.
It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. For now, I don't think it's really affecting him. Here he is on the Cooper Rush fumble at the goal line.
Just got all the right stuff until the decision-making.
All right, play that again. I love that.
He effectively
He did everything
took the
perfect
snap.
until it was time for him to make a decision on what to do. Like,
Just got all the right stuff until the decision-making. And Okereke comes in. You got to slide earlier than that. You're compromising the ball. You're compromising your team. It's bad football.
It's bad football. Here's the offsides at the end.
I love
The
that.
Giants jumped. Yep, that's the call.
Oh, my God.
Penalty number 13.
Can't do that. Unbelievable.
I feel like I'm listening to Tom Brady talk to his huddle.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. You come
Or
in here
knowing
with
the
that
way
shit.
that they won games is by not doing that and waiting for the other team to make a mistake like that.
That's right.
Like attention to detail, great attention to detail. Well, it was weird, though, too. He had to walk a little tightrope because he really lauded Dable. It's like, I worked with Dable.
Oh, yeah, that's
good
right. He
dude,
did. Yeah.
works hard. You know, like he never really put Dable in the crosshairs.
Here's a this is interesting because there was a really rough injury to Josh Butler, which sucked because he had played really, really well the week before. He's a 27-year-old rookie. He's been in like the UFL and in and out of the league. He'd never actually played in a game. And then he had a pretty horrific non-contact injury.
We got the cowboy hat doctor out
We
there.
got cowboy hat doctor. So I left this whole cut in here. This is actually really gruesome, even without the video, because you're going to hear Josh Butler screaming in pain, which actually kind of makes it all the more wild because Brady tries to bring it back to football.
Blitz coming. Lock back. Spooler throw looking for Slayton. He made the adjustment, but he's not going to be in bounds. And now Butler is down. Oh, no.
Did you hear that?
Made the adjustment, but he's not going to be in bounds.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
now Butler is down. Oh, no. Oh, Josh Butler just went down so awkwardly.
They tended to him. Now we're going to look at the replay.
Oh, he's been such a great story. He started the last 3 games. He was out of football. He hadn't played in 5 years since college and then went on to the UFL. Cowboys picked him up on the practice squad with their injuries. He's played great the last couple weeks.
All right, so far we're talking about what a crazy story this is. You've got to feel for this guy. He just got his chance at the big leagues.
It's a good catch. Oh, man. On contact.
Brady immediately is like, I can't believe he brought that in.
It's a good catch. Oh, man.
Oh, I'm supposed to be talking about the injury.
Yikes.
But I also still want to talk about football.
And Locke does a good job of, not to talk about the injury, the more the catch. It's actually a good throw and a chance to make a big play there for the team. Got to get that other foot down.
For Josh Butler.
KB's like,
back after this.
KB's like, give me your fucking keys, Brady. Like, are you? This guy's just his career just ended.
Think of that's how Brady thinks on the field.
I know,
too.
but KB's like, they're
I
about to
can't-
start playing the soft piano, dude. Chill out. This guy's life is over.
But I can't be sitting here focusing on that. I got to focus on. I'm focusing on the game. That's what I
Talk
did as
about
a
the
player.
injury, the more the catch. It's actually a good throw and a chance to make a big play there for the team. Got to get that other foot down.
For Josh Butler.
I love it, man.
Burkhart's like, are you
I love it all.
soulless? Like, We're showing the guy
I
who's losing his livelihood right here, and he's like, "Oh, really threw him open there."
Giants got the first down.
Oh my gosh!
Move the chains.
I love it. I love Brady, man. I can't believe it. Especially after week 1.
He does have a tendency to do a fast talk on you. He pauses just like Greg Olsen does, but he does fast talk. I left this in here because it has an audible from the Giants.
3rd and 1, and he's in there for the Giants.
Did you guys get that one live?
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
Is stymied. He's not going to get there. I can't believe the gobble gobble call didn't work. Did you hear him?
Well, that might have been their audible to the sneak, the gobble gobble. It usually works on this day.
Listen to him.
But that middle of the defense, it's been an issue, so they're going for it. They got all 4 bodies inside there, and look at Overshown going over the top. That was a game we played as a kid, over the top, and you run and try to jump over the top of all the kids on the ground.
KBB funny.
Did that game have Linval Joseph in it?
No, it didn't. He's a little bit bigger than most of the guys I was with when I was a kid.
A little bit bigger than most guys I was playing when I was a kid.
A game we played where kids would lay on the ground, and that's
A little too Penn State for you?
it just seems real. I don't know. It just seems weird. Like it's not kick the can. It's not some game that transcends everybody, and we all recognize that game. It's
Over the top.
It's over the top. We had a bunch of people lay on the ground, and you had to jump them.
So my last clip here, this is something.
Well, let me play one Brady if you're moving off.
Oh,
Brady,
yeah, for
just
sure.
because this was interesting,
yeah.
I thought.
You feel that as a quarterback. Man, they're coming on your back. Some quarterbacks actually don't feel that. And I'm always like, dude, how do you not feel that guy? You feel that as a quarterback. Man, they're coming on your back.
It's the waist.
Golly.
You do feel it. It's like hot.
Oh.
What?
And you know Dan doesn't shower, so he just leaves it there.
Oh, we are in a place of gathering for the
Play
public
pickleball at Spring Park Club.
here. Yeah. Steve's going to kill you.
I got a couple more. What's your ender? You want to play the ender? Like you got gold?
No. This is just something I want to talk about real
Okay.
quick. TC's had this theory before. He went to a Cowboy game last year. I want to say it might have been the year before, where he set in the 400s, and he was out in the parking lot beforehand. And you hear a lot of talk about the Cowboy fan being, I don't know, that there's no real home field advantage. The tickets are so expensive. It's an uppity crowd. People are mad if you yell. People are mad if you stand. And TC went to that game, and he came back and he's like, look, this is not a hard problem for the organization to fix. They just need to lean into being more Mexican. Because if you go up to the 400s or you hang out in the parking lot before, and he's like, this is as rowdy of a fan base as you would get in Buffalo, or you would get in Cleveland, or you would get in Philly, or any of the real NFL, stadiums. He's like, the problem is when you have the people in the 200s and the 100s who have a stick up their rump. Well, now you go up a little higher and you're like, this is a party. And he had all these ideas of, they need to break out the green stripe with the red stripe on the helmet a couple times a year. But I noticed this is with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter when they're kicking off. This is the only time I heard this all day.
Wonders for the Giants, all the injuries they have on the defensive line today in this game, just healthy bodies. How do they hold up here in this particular spot?
Tejano
Jordan
time.
Riley, who's a third-string lineman, a rotational guy, doesn't play much. He's in there now.
Now, I don't know if they wait till the fourth every game, but they should be playing that 50-50. We see it in California. We know how popular they are in California, how popular they are in Mexico, how popular they are with Latinos in general, which are generally better fans worldwide. I don't know how they do it, but I don't like the identity of as a Cowboy fan that we get as a Cowboy fan. And I know when I've been to tailgates, I know which people seem to be actually having a good time and supporting the team. And it's not the people who, sit down low or sit in the TGI Fridays on the sideline.
I mean, obviously they have a real wide fan base, and the white Texan is probably how much percentage of the the gate, the money.
Man, I don't know. I mean,
is higher
maybe,
because
but
it's the suites and all that kind of stuff. But then again, they're playing, rap music and just whatever else that might not be.
I think they should lean into it.
Lean into the official team of Mexico?
Yeah.
Because they are.
Oh, they definitely are.
They are the team of the Latin American. This was interesting because I didn't know it, but this is about a guy I know who is the new Rich Dalrymple.
And so the Cowboys will be at the one. I'll tell you one person I was really thankful to see today, and that was Cowboys Senior VP of Communications, Tad Carper. You see, Dak Prescott has a foundation, honors his late mother, helps people detect cancer, and he was doing these testing for the coaching staff. He said, Tad, why don't you go get tested, even though he felt fine? Well, he got tested, and they found that he had throat cancer, and he just had surgery. And Aaron?
Did you know anything about that? I had not heard that. So, of course, the way KB lays it out is Dak Prescott, he went to Tad and just out of the blue, said, hey, why don't you get tested? And
it's an unbelievable story of love, too, with Tad, who looked great today.
Absolutely. He told us it's all about awakening for me, about priorities, commitment, appreciation, and he always says, Dak Prescott saved my life. I asked Dak about it, and he said, Tad's giving me way too much credit. I'm honestly just blessed to be able to help get ahead of something. He said if we hadn't gotten Tad tested, we would have never known. It was really Mike's idea to test the coaches. And it was so ironic that Tad was the only one that ended up being positive with cancer. We're wishing him the best. Of course, he's going to start radiation in a bit.
I was just trying to figure out why is it ironic.
I missed the irony. Did they say what type of cancer? Throat cancer?
Throat cancer. Is it because he was the only non-coach?
Maybe because they scanned all the coaches.
Getting tested?
That's not really that ironic.
No, that they were scanning coaches, but then it's a non-coach that ends up.
So that's ironic?
No, I don't.
Is it because he's the communications guy? You use your throat to communicate? Not getting a lot of support from the crowd.
Okay, I thought this was funny. Speaking of the Latin American fan.
Mm-hmm. Cooper rushing for one of those, but it's batted backwards, and it's incomplete. That was Rakeem Nunez Roches, your former teammate. Got his big old hand on that one.
I tell you, when I see Nunez Roches, his name's Nacho. That's another nickname. It's got this Nacho to me.
Wow.
I see his name, and he's got that juice, man. He's always brought that energy. He was like that in practice. I'd be like, Nacho, it's a Wednesday practice. He didn't care. He always had a lot of juice.
Did he eat a lot of nachos? Is that why the nickname?
You suck.
That was a great play.
So the great mystery remains unsolved. Why do they call Nunez Nacho?
Well, I don't know. It might be because locker room talk is oftentimes pretty racist.
Why did Mike Bassick was a really good high school basketball player?
Uh-huh.
Where did he go to school? Like Duncanville or something?
That sounds right. Something Arlington-ish.
He told me his nickname was Casper. I just can't figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm not able to.
Like the cartoon?
Did he love? Yeah, he just loved ghosts.
Yeah, I'm not able to ascertain.
Eat a lot of nachos? No, dude. He has a Mexican last name.
Yeah, dude.
It's pretty straightforward.
And then Drop Beth sent me this one. I didn't pick up on it at the time. But see if you can find any problem with the logic of KB.
We got the six-legged variety back. That's so good by Glenn and Chaz. So we got the six legs there. We got it all cut up on the left, the presentation.
We're, of course, talking about the turducken.
Mm-hmm. And one team's going to be eating good here in a moment.
They are going to be digging into that. That was phenomenal.
We didn't get the six-legger up here, though. We got the normal standard four-legged bird. They've got the six-legger, a Madden special.
Mine's still sitting over there. I'm ready to dig in right after we put these headsets down.
Anything step out to you?
Yeah, the birds have four legs.
Yeah, we don't have a normal four-legged bird, yes. I don't know if you've ever had turkey at Thanksgiving and then said, hey, pass the four legs around. No, that's they do not have four legs, do they?
Any birds? It's always two legs and two wings. Okay, so
except for like a unicorn, right? They have four legs, but then the wings on their back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how they work the six legs into this piece of, like, how does it work?
Two of the turkey, two of the duck, two of the chicken.
Like, and they just shove it all in there?
Yeah, but all of this is for show. It's not a.
Yeah.
Or do they?
They're not human or centipede.
I was
going to
say, is it a human centipede type of thing where?
Also,
You
man,
get a surgeon.
that had to be the most difficult thing Brady will ever do in his broadcast career is cooking something that someone else prepared. Like, he has no idea what went into that.
Oh, he ate like
he spit
one.
that out immediately.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no way he's.
And he jogged around the stadium to burn it off.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look quickly around the NFL, and then be done with our NFL football talk.
I'll bring you like two more quick things.
Oh yeah, Cowboy?
This weekend, the media and fan base coaches the team. Let's get the ball to Turpin every way we can.
Oh my gosh!
It only lists one carry because those pop passes, go forward, and they're counting those as pass plays. But it's pretty obvious what's happening there. Huge touchdown one week, the kickoff return the next week. It's nothing but talk of, hey, it seems like this guy's fast. See if we can get him the ball a little bit.
Same thing on the New York side where they got neighbors involved, like immediately.
Yeah. He's got bad body language.
Neighbors?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you wouldn't playing there, but he seems like he's got a whole bunch of
his rap coming out of college. You knew what you signed up for.
And then I have no idea what was happening with CD. I mean, obviously he had a terrible game, but he wasn't. They kept saying, well, he's not hurt. He's just not playing. The game was still very much in contention while he was chilling on the sideline. And then, one other thing. Overshown. We got at least one thing out of this year.
Dude, he's great.
Overshown with Parsons going forward could be.
That bat in the pass in the air. And
that's a freaking.
Touchdown.
That's a man's play.
Yeah, no, he's been great. But cannot wear his college number.
No. Rowdy's got it, buddy.
Rowdy has it. He actually asked for his number, and Jerry told him that Rowdy wears that number.
That's
and he
awesome.
cannot have it. Unbelievable. But elsewhere, if you want to look elsewhere in the NFC East, that's what we should probably focus on. The Eagles won their 8th straight.
Saquon's the MVP.
I hope he is. It would. I never thought I would say that again, running back for MVP, but I hope he does win.
Jalen Hurts threw for 118 yards. And if you had said that against Baltimore, they probably lost the game.
I'm convinced those two buddies in Cleveland jinxed Justin Tucker. Because he's been horrible this year.
Yeah.
He's lost it.
What did we say then? I can't remember.
Well, Jake was.
We were telling him
getting
about
a pizza or something.
Brandon Aubrey, right?
No, these two guys in this bar in Cleveland
yeah.
were just like, how many kicks do you think Justin Tucker's missed? And it's a lot more than you think. And now it's even more.
Well, now it's a ton, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's just regular kicker.
It happens to all of them.
Yeah, but Justin Tucker has had like a decade of
I know
just about being the most perfect kicker you could ever be. Best kicker in NFL history.
But the sample size is so small that when they go, I mean, I hate to tell you this, but it's going to happen to Obbs.
No, it won't.
Nope.
On second thought, you guys are right. It'll never happen.
Yeah, he missed 3 kicks, extra point and 2 field goals. And, of course, that would have been the difference. If you look at the final score, 24-19.
Did you see this where the Ravens have lost 5 games by a combined point total of 22 points? Justin Tucker in those games has missed 22 points of field goals.
Ouch.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're good, man. The AFC is really good. Obviously, the Ravens and the Bills. And then the Chiefs have a better record than both of them, but you don't really think of the Chiefs as good as either of them. So it's a weird situation.
That was weird having a game on Friday.
Yeah.
Didn't like that.
But the NFL's like, look.
I drink your milkshake.
What if we try to own every day that's ever existed? And they will. I'm sure. I don't. Speaking of ratings, Cowboy game did great.
How?
They said it was unbelievable.
I've been wrong about a lot of things. I was as wrong as I've ever been about that one.
Because you were probably talking lowest rated.
Yeah, it was the highest. It
Cowboy
wasn't in the
game
middle.
ever.
It was
Yeah,
the highest. Off one win. Like if they lose to Washington, I do think it would have made a pretty big difference. But still, one win. One win.
You got that. You got the Zeke thing.